Hey everybody, welcome back to Cookie Gaming. Today we're playing some more Disco Elysium. Now last time we learned about moralism, speaking with a government bureaucrat, and we're so annoyed that we immediately recommitted ourselves to building communism. We explored this village here, speaking to some of the residents, and found that Joyce had actually arrived, mooring her ship a little bit off the coast. Today we've got a lot more exploring to do. Now if you're interested in supporting the channel, and you can check out channel memberships and super thanks, which have just become available to me. You can also check out my Twitch, which is linked in the description. Alright, what do we have here? A little bench.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Fair enough.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's interesting. So if you really don't want to do anything while Kim is gone, you can wait here. Well, we gotta go around. Fair enough. I mean, Kim has been gone a couple of times, and I never like it. I always like having Kim here with us. I always like to get his commentary. I wonder if I can open this box right here. Yep. Yoink. There we go. Maybe I should just keep these equipped. Running around with a pair of chain cutters in my hands. Alright. What's going on over here, fellas?
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
No?
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle!
You're not trying to get me back into alcoholism, are you? Where? Bottle. What?
In this drunk's hand, on the pipe there, glowing blue, a mysterious, otherworldly blue, filled to the brim with holy mysteries.
Hey, what do I do next?
Oh, I think this is about so much more than cool. Please go talk to him. See what it's about. I'm drawn to it.
I'm very suspicious, but I am going to talk to these guys. I'm going to pick up the money over there first. Yoink. So we have a free place to sleep, but it's still nice to have some cash. Hello, fellas.
Hey, Tequila!
First of all, his name is Idiot Doom Spiral. A 30-something man clad in a two-piece lycra tracksuit puts down his pilsner and extends his hand in greeting. Uh-oh.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you?
Oh no. Have we talked to this guy before?
So what's happening?
Oh, he's a Oh no. We've definitely been here before. The whole reality situation? Yeah, that's something I would say. Wait, Tequila?
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high-concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
He says it like it's obviously your name, like you call someone Billy Brunel or leader of the 4th Street Gang.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that these were the kind of fellas I was hanging out with.
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
Uh-oh. I thought I truly accepted my name, Harrier Dubois, last time, which is our full name as we found out, but I guess we might still be doing some soul searching. I mean, these guys are basically just me, but unemployed. The only difference between me and these guys is that I lost the entirety of my memory, and I'm now trying to do my job as a cop.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
Okay. I don't know. People tell me I'm a cop, so I'm getting used to that.
It's good to hear that you're on top of things. Talking about used to, did you know that I used to be a real mover and shaker?
His shit-stained lycra jacket. Ugh.
Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom Spiral land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to pick myself up here.
This guy's your buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
Yeah, I understand that. Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around here recently?
Can't really remember seeing any women after losing my keys.
It's a touchy topic. He hasn't got laid in ages.
Yeah, I get it, man. You keep bringing it up.
He really has no idea who this Ruby is, sire.
I wonder if one of these guys is the drunk working-class husband that we're looking for. So what do you guys do around here?
We are saving the world.
Oh?
Please. Please don't go.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't go.
Oh, man.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out.
Yeah, you seem to be the leader or the speaker of these three.
So now, it's a pirate's life for me.
What is a tequila sunset? You keep saying it.
It's you. Your Tequila Sunset.
How do you know this?
We've met before. Don't you remember?
I really don't.
No, you sure don't.
No.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
I do.
Tequila. Tequila sunset. Something ominous there.
As you know me, I'm way too curious. I gotta hear this.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my chords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by Tequila Sunset, I mean you. The man, the myth.
Great. I get to learn a little bit more about what I did before I blacked out and lost all my memory. We've heard bits and pieces, and they have not been great. So, did we meet on Friday?
Hey, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting.
Oh, sorry.
You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head, right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Yeah, we've heard about this sort of behavior.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
Everyone knows all about what I got up to. It's fine. Now that does sound like me. So what happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
I think it's made Harry here feel bad and horrible, but I guess for a moment it can give you some reprieve.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the time.
Oh, no.
And off we go.
Yeah. You know, I'm keeping my horrific necktie around, because I gotta hear his interjections, but I don't know if he's a good influence on us.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza,
No.
followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Oh, no.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard.
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed.
Jesus.
Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic.
Oh, this guy's a real storyteller. He's regaling me with the tale of my worst moments.
What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach, you revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs, "The time hath come!"
That sounds like me.
So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, "The time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things."
Oh god, what happened next?
Your reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
God.
We ran towards the ice, whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster.
You know, we basically knew what happened. I guess I'm glad we're getting the full retelling, though it's embarrassing. Also, it really does sound like us, our flair for the dramatic. I also think this guy might have been a writer or some sort of storyteller before he became a professional alcoholic. He's got that storytelling itch.
When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
You know what? We did actually manage to get those back. Not the car, though. Maybe you know where my gun is?
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Oh.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
So, is Tequila Sunset an event or a name?
I'm not sure. I think you were the event. Tequila Sunset. You know, as opposed to a Tequila Sunrise, which is long gone.
I did accept my name last episode, I will say though. Tequila Sunset? Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
Though I don't want to become an alcoholic again. Well, I guess I still am. Recovering, okay? Recovering alcoholic. How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful and also whores and so on. How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Well, we know we have this event in our past where we had a relationship, a marriage? I don't know, but some sort of relationship that ended, and we're really messed up over it. I guess she was Revacholian.
Wow, that's quite a story.
It definitely is. You know something's bad whenever you take a hit to your morale?
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
Yeah, I think you and Kim have different ideas of what makes a legend.
If you only knew.
Yeah, maybe we can find out some information. Did I tell you anything specific about this person that fucked me?
You were pretty vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
Jesus, I'm taking a beating right now.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
The game, through its mechanics, is pushing back, saying, don't ask. But I want to know. I want to know this information.
Abigail.
Uh-oh.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Yeah, I think you could say that. Though, working through, maybe suffering through some shit. Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge?
Gun?
You said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
Did I say anything about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
Yeah.
No specifics, though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Well, great. Did I say anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
You know, I don't really love the picture of my character that's being painted here. Sounds like we rode into town, drunk already, maybe high, out of our mind, talking about how, my precinct, they're cramping my style. I'm gonna solve this case easy, I'm the shit. And, look how things have gone. I think I like the version of Harry we're rebuilding now after the memory loss. I'd say, look, my version of Harry is a pretty weird one. I think we're going in a better direction, though. This also gives more insight into why our colleagues are so angry at us, particularly Jean, who really seems like he's done with our shit. And not only are we, a disaster in every way you could imagine being a disaster, emotionally, with our substance abuse, everything. We also seem like quite the asshole.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry for the hermit cop.
Is that an archetype? I think what are we, sorry cop or something? Oh right, let me see. We got superstar cop. That sounds kind of like what we were before this all started. Apocalypse cop. We've got the most points in sorry cop and boring cop. Ah, isn't that nice? So we've become a sorry cop. Did we talk about, politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
Oh, great. So I was still a communist.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Okay, maybe he was once an entrepreneur. I like, instead of the invisible hand of the market, which is a common term you hear in economics, the spectral hand of the market. It's a little more supernatural. Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept
Okay.
apologizing for being such a bad cop, and for the damage you've inflicted on everyone around you.
So we were still a sorry cop. I'm glad I just checked that. So it sounds like we were a little bit hot and cold. At one moment we were, fuck everyone, I'm gonna solve this case on my own. Next moment we were, I'm so sorry, I've messed this up.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, stupid, stupid, stupid.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, man. Okay, I think I've heard enough.
It's a hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
Well, yeah, I've gotten a good read on, I don't know who we are, or maybe it's who we were. I think we're a different guy now, but definitely who we have been. Yeah, I was noting this. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not? Better than a beach bum.
Sure. Want to tell me how you became Idiot Doom Spiral?
It depends, really. Are you willing to help me out?
What do you need?
Booze. Did you already forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old Idiot Doom Spiral? A bottle for a story. Seems fair to me.
I'll say I don't have any on me right now.
Then I will see you again once you've procured some. Par exemple, my good friend Rosemary here sells all kinds of stuff.
All kinds, sir. Beer and wine.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to enable this guy's alcoholism.
You too, Tequila Sunset.
Hey, thank you. I've used this word a couple times. It's difficult because it's a political term. I don't consider myself much of a moralist. I mean that in the sense of someone who moralizes not the political ideology, though I'm not that either. I don't consider myself much of a moralist. Don't try to be super judgmental. But, enabling someone's alcoholism like this, I don't feel great about it. So maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't want to do it right now. This guy's really gone.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Yeah.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
Who's Abigail?
Uh-huh. Abigail, don't you fucking call Abigail.
These guys are like a combination of everything that makes up me. There's definitely some of this guy, within my personality. How distraught we are over this past relationship.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are she's gone. Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse. You're not going to get anything out of this guy. He's too drunk.
Sorry to skip that a little bit. Might as well ask, have you seen any... I know what he's going to respond to this. Seen any women around?
Abigail? Abigail, where are you?
Who are you?
Don't call Abigail.
Where am I?
The man hiccups, then mumbles something unintelligible.
Why shouldn't I call Abigail?
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
Gonna regret this.
Don't call Abigail. Don't call Abigail.
Tell me about your friends.
Don't you fucking call her. Hear me?
Oh, Jesus.
Abigail?
This is just sad.
Don't
Oh.
call.
Oh shit. He just passed out.
There was little chance he'd be a reliable witness anyway.
Yeah, we weren't getting anything from him. Okay, number 3. Rosemary?
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real.
300?
I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
Brother, how rich do you think I am? 300 real? I've got less than 10.
See? There it is, Bratushka. The spirit. Let's buy the spirit.
No.
300 real is a lot, but this has to be done.
No, it doesn't. What? I don't have even close to that amount of money. And if I did, I would not spend it on alcohol.
It's our end game.
This is another stupid drunk idea I'm having that I'm attributing to my necktie.
Bratan, you don't understand. It's not just another drink. This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years. This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh.
What are you talking about?
You have to buy it from him. Get it off him. Kill him if you have to.
What?
Our ultimate fate depends on it. And the fate of many worlds.
How?
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Well, I don't really... Oh man, interesting. I don't want any alcohol or smokes or anything. You have sort of caught my attention on this blue medicinal spirit, but it's 300 bucks. I just don't have nearly that amount of money. Okay, well, I'll consider it, okay? I'll consider it. Amphetamine?
Hi, by amphetamine I mean speed.
Right, got it.
Good, my man. Now what can I offer you?
Quite the business venture you've set up here.
Oh, the system's been good to old Rosemary here, and I'm milking her like a bitch goat in the backyard.
What do you mean?
You see, friend, man makes his own luck, and I made mine real good. Got my hands on 3 bottles of liquor ex-squeeze, sold 2 to the fellows around here, and immediately invested the profit.
Oh, okay.
Bought cigarettes, bought beer, even bought a bit of speed. And look at me now. I got everyone on my hook.
I'm already hooking for Kudo. I'm not gonna say that. Looks like you're on your own hook, too.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. People, buddy boy. It's the people.
Wow, you really, you're thinking pretty big about your little operation here. I'm just imagining playing this game rather than as a communist than as like an entrepreneurial, libertarian capitalist. Just the choices you could make. Why does the bottle of spirits cost 300 real?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift. Got it from a bit of a business venture.
Hey, let me hear about it.
You know, it's funny actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What is?
What?
What do you mean, what? What did you think was funny earlier?
This guy.
Oh, God.
Conversation might bring a discount, no?
Hey. I think it's possible. I mean, I don't want to spend $300 on it. Where'd you get the bottle of spirits from?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
Okay, but I don't want medicinal spirits to drink, my man.
I got one of those scientific ampoules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
I'll remember that.
It really isn't. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
Uh-huh.
Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
Ow.
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology.
Jesus,
I
man.
know what doctors use to preserve dead thingies.
This guy's on his Walter White arc. He used to be a high school teacher. Also, this is used to preserve dead bodies? This might have been useful a little earlier in our exploration here. A little earlier in our case, but we've already got the body out of here.
It's like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol.
Jesus Christ, that's gonna kill me if I drink it.
2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
3? Okay. Fuck, I've really tried to avoid even picking up alcohol or drugs, but my stupid ass necktie's making a big deal. And he's offering it for 3? Bro, if someone ever offers you something for cheap, don't be like, oh really? I think I said this last time, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take the deal. Yeah, sure, I'll take it for 3.
3 real and it's yours, friend. The deal of a lifetime.
That's a much more reasonable price right there. Makes sense now.
I'm not drinking this, okay? Let me make clear. I'm getting it. This is even worse. I'm getting it for my tie. I'm crazy. Fine. I'm sure Kim won't like this.
Just make sure to enjoy that one, friend.
Okay.
Bratan, I am so proud! Now, whatever you do, don't drink it!
Oh.
This deserves so much more than just regular oral consumption!
Well, don't know what that second part means, but I'm glad of that. We've been told not to drink it. Good, because I wasn't going to.
The tie is so on the money there. Up the bum it goes.
No. That's kind of what I thought he was getting at, too. Wait, I don't want to put it up my bum.
Who said anything about putting it up there?
Oh.
No! We're gonna put it into a way more special place! So special! Just hang on to it! Keep it safe! Wait for my sign!
Oh, electrochemistry. Unfortunately, we were on the same page there.
Soon. The time will come soon. Have patience, brave one.
Okay, now that I've gotten over that. Okay, so... Okay. Well, maybe I was right to buy the spirits then.
In the civilized world, it's a custom to tip the shopkeep, friend.
What?
But come back anyway.
Shut up. Oh, right, we have a new thought.
Anti-object task force.
Now even more of a menace.
Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage. A new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
Can I do that? Gart will be so mad. Well, I have to go and give Gart that bird I found, so what if I trash my room again, then give him the bird just to make up for it? You know, I've generally tried to play the more sort of empathetic type detective, maybe intellectual, sort of, well, and when I say intellectual, by the way, I don't say that is necessarily a good thing. I mean, like, I'm really stuck in my own head. I'm connecting with the supernatural. But the one physical trait that I definitely have is whenever I have something in front of me that won't move, I kick it or punch it. So this thought seemed perfect for us. Okay. Attacking physical objects heals damage. I like that. +1 pain threshold. I like that. And then all physical learning caps raised by 1. Alright, that's pretty good. Like I said, I think all the thoughts I've taken have been essentially for role-playing purposes, or because I was just too tempted to take them. Plus, you can't see what you're gonna get when you take the thought, so, you know, you can't really min-max unless you know what's coming. So, but I'm always pleasantly surprised when the bonus actually helps me. Okay, well, there you go. We like to, everything we see, we should punch it from now on. Spirit is eternal. Hold on to the spirits and wait for the signal. What does that mean? Okay, well, I'm not gonna do anything with the spirit. 98.7 pure alcohol. Keep away from an open flame. Oh, God. What are we gonna do with this thing? Look at that. That's a good pain threshold. 5. Eye shivers. Now we've gotten some of our physical states pretty good at this point. I'm always tempted to put a point into endurance. At some point, I have to spend these skill points I've racked up, because I have many of them. And I'm, as you might be able to tell, generally a fairly conservative sort of RPG player. But, you know, I hoard all my potions and skill points. But I should probably use them at some point.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow of air, an empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow.
I love shivers, man.
The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Now we're seeing across the road to a place we cannot visit. You know, some people, you'll sometimes hear, you know, critiques or even just people sort of joking about how you read, say, Tolkien, and every page is just an in-depth description of the environment or the world or something. And I'm like, well, that's what I like about it. You know what I mean? I love the lengthy descriptions, you know? So this is the kind of thing I really enjoy. Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1. A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
Let me write down the lotto numbers.
His boyfriend is on his way home. He brings tins of meat and vegetables with him. Their pockets are heavier with money, but only slightly.
Slightly heavier with money. A little more, not wealthy, but they got a little more cash. Okay, what about the bus stop?
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
Yeah, I mean, we're like in a underprivileged area, Martinez, and we're like in the underprivileged section of the underprivileged area. You know what I mean? People are really toughing it out here. There's not a lot of money to go around. What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
Well, not Kimarai, as we have been here. That's a shame.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Okay, and so, yep, we can't cross this barrier. This is as far as we can go. Let me see, let's see our map. So we're like, I don't quite know, actually. Alright, I guess this map is a little bit out of date. Maybe I think we're along here-ish, I suppose. Huh, interesting. Oh, why is the... Okay. I was like, why is the box of sunglasses highlighted? Because I've clicked on it. Alrighty. I think we've seen what we're gonna see in this little village here. Yeah, I think next we move beyond. Alright, we're heading further down the coast. Let's see what there is to discover. Mazout. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're in a open area here. Yoink. Huh.
Winter, slow to let go of Rivershell. Flecks some more wet snow from above.
Oh, this is great. More shivers. And also, I'm glad they zoomed out further than I could. We got a sort of open landscape here with some steps to somewhere here and a structure on our left. Look about you.
The snow
Around.
falls lazily, making the beach sand paler still, mixing with the rust-colored sewage runoff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the water here, it's not looking so, watery.
It has been a cold year. All things waiting for spring will have to wait a bit longer.
Something big's coming in spring. What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, melted snow dripping from your hat.
My hat? Love to see it. And what do I see?
The sky is full of great battleships. White clouds collide with one another, and the world is drenched with their debris.
How does it feel?
You're warm in your hat and your coat. Like a well-equipped explorer, you comfortably survey the white landscape.
Yep. Got my RCM cloak with my Dick Mullen hat, which was a gift. So we're decked out here. Oh, great. I love all these different directions. So what's in the west?
More winding coastlines lined with abandoned buildings. Crumbling piers, salt water lapping at their dark piles. Grey and red forgotten city blocks. What remains of the pre-revolutionary effort to gentrify the coast.
I'm thinking that we're lined up so north is up and west is left, etc., etc. And beyond that?
The waters turn black. Coal City in the shadow of San Martin. A boom town. Back when coal extracted from countless shafts near the city was needed to power Revachol.
Although maybe not. That might not be the case. Do we have cardinal directions? We do not. So we don't actually know which way we're oriented here. I mean, you sort of assume that north is upwards, but not necessarily. Okay.
No more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and hydropower from the Esperance. Everything crumbled. These days, only the weakest remain in Coal City. Their hopes of getting rich linger in the defunct shafts under their feet.
And what is there?
Below the old mines, l'Acele Municipal, Revachel's underground cemetery. Le Petit Rat braved the underground passageways, trying to get to Le Royaume.
The kingdom?
Where the Philippian kings were interred, with their doctors and their admirals. Mausoleums, burial chambers, leaf gold still remains on the double door of the morning.
Cool. And the little rats?
Children under 14, they go underground looking for artifacts to sell to foreign museums. And for fabled relics, their parents let them. They go deeper.
Looking for these old tidbits and artifacts left by our now non-existent kingdom. The king and the court. Below, even below the old mines. Deeper. Let's go deeper.
After rubies, melchiorite, lapis lazuli, plundered from Safre and Acele during the time of the suzerain. In the burial chambers of the kings, Grand old Philip, Guillaume II, and even in the mausoleum of Philip the Opulent. 2 kilometers underground, in a winding shaft along whose walls mirrors have been placed, so that daylight may eternally fall upon the richest of all the kings.
How about that?
The mausoleum contains untold quantities of gold, and that special, purest of the pure magenta cocaine, favored by Revacholian royalty.
Yeah, we've heard a bit about that.
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
How can it be pure if it's magenta?
Snow falls, and there is no answer. Some things are not for mortals to know.
Guess not. Okay.
Few Petit Rat return from the shafts. Even fewer find what they're looking for. A small child steps out of the black tunnel with silver trinkets in her pockets. All around her, white snow on the extinguished coke furnaces and on the weather-worn shacks where fathers beat their sons after drinking. The snow melts on your fingers, turning to water.
Jeez. Alright, that's in the west. So what's in the east?
The canal you crossed to get here and
so
beyond it. Martinez proper, the district the police forgot to police. There is laughter, lights, attempts at entrepreneurial activity, cynicism.
So we've oriented ourselves. So now we do know which direction is which.
Someone is scraping snow off their windshield at the roundabout, in the midst of which a statue of Philip III serves as a destination for grade school field trips and a fine perch for winter birds.
That's all?
Like all monuments, it's also a warning. 6-story ruins on the south side of the roundabout cast a long shadow over the profligate king.
I mean, like we've said, Martinez here is already sort of a struggling district, and we are, a place that has been forgotten by the authorities, by the police, and we are not even in the central area of Martinez, right? We are sort of in... we know that Revachol is a pretty important place, though it's governed by foreign powers, but we're sort of in a peripheral area of the periphery. And that's how sort of out of the way we are right now.
A fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a logistics company parked next to the gate. Bright light from a building behind the fence reflects off its hood. Clean white light coming from the windows of a clean cube-shaped office building hidden amidst ruins. A secret.
Interesting. What's in the north?
The abandoned church.
Right.
One of 2 remaining stave churches, which were collectively called Les Sept Sœurs. The other 6 sisters were destroyed during the revolution.
Damn. So, we had, what is that, 7 sisters? Or no, 8? We had 6, and there's 2 left. So, there were 8, I guess. Huh. That's a real shame. Further north?
A serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inlet. Unfortunates on the run from the law, from themselves, sometimes hide out on nearby islets. Little dots in the ocean that are occasionally submerged when the tide is high and the weather foul.
And on the islets?
The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock, a tent, old dishes and cutlery, long since abandoned. A hermit crab scuttles among the debris, looking for a new shell. Further out, the lights burn bright on Resurrection, way beyond Martinez, a popular spa destination for ample-bodied Ozon kids with equally ample pockets.
Great. How about on the other side of the inlet?
Then there's Ozon, but the snow falls too thick. You cannot see that far.
Before that, before the curtains are drawn.
The Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, over 1,200 meters at its deepest. Water air-brinier than here. It is crisscrossed by huge cargo ships bearing company logos. Wild pines, Zam, Morian, and at the farthest reaches of the Bay of Revachol, the shadow of the Coalition warship Archer,
Damn.
on perpetual patrol duty, ready to unleash artillery fire if you were to rise up against the market. You shudder.
Wow. We're still under such active military threat. I guess it's not surprising. You know, we're governed by a coalition of foreign powers. I suppose to keep that up, you need active coercion and threats. I will say, throughout the game, I mean, our character, first and foremost, is a communist, right? And we're not a sort of right-wing nationalist or anything, but it seems to me that there's a lot of patriotism among the people of Revachol. A lot of, you know, sort of nationalism, you could say, but nationalism of a people who are governed by a foreign power who want to rise up and take their city, their country back. And I've definitely felt that more as we've gone along, especially with Shivers connecting us to, I believe, the voice of Revachol itself, learning about the chaos and, you know, who knows, war to come. Who knows what it's going to be. At least some sort of civic uprising of some sort. You know, I've definitely felt that we've got a particular political vision for what we want Revachol to be, but I think we do want Revachol to win its autonomy, its independence back. That's how I'm feeling, at least. You know, I think I'm feeling pretty connected to Martinez, to Revachol, as we play through the game more and more. I think because, you know, we've got such a high Shivers that sort of excels in fueling that connection. So what's in the south?
The raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from Jamrock. Vehicles whoosh past one another day and night, while those who reside in the labyrinthine alleyways beneath the motorway attempt to carry on with their lives in the snow and the slush. And south of the 881 is the Pox.
The Pox.
Was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patients of the old military hospital. In the 20s, it was used as a quarantine center during a measles outbreak that killed many children. Most everyone has avoided the hospital and surrounding park ever since.
I mean, Jamrock, that's our precinct. Where we're from. I don't know where we're really from, but, you know, where we originate from. But Jamrock's our precinct. Probably our home, right? We're, you know, not that far from Martinez here.
The Pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets covered in snow and industrial dust. Feral dogs and even wolves roaming in packs. The police try to keep the deepest corners cordoned off.
But still.
Heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old military hospital, hoping to find something to get high on among the hastily abandoned supplies, or just to overdose in peace.
Further south?
A line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work, patching up bullet holes in the side of a Capri 40. These are the garages of Precinct 41.
Hey.
Snow settles on the roof of the repurposed silk mill. It serves as your station. Shivering RCM personnel hurry in and out of the main entrance. Around you, the snow continues to fall. To the west, the ocean swells.
Hey, look at that. No, it was home. I want more.
The stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered stall there, in the market across the bridge. He sells kebab infested with fly larvae to your colleagues who believe eating it will make them immune to food poisoning.
I was probably eating that fly-infested kebab not, I don't know, a couple weeks ago? A week ago? You know, we haven't been in Martinez here for that long.
Snow falls on the utility district, the library, the florist, the Sarah Mauritian restaurant that offers homemade wine, and also on the brothels and drug dens, and the chop shops of the Zemlyaki. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of this lake, there is a little ship. There are lights at the bottom of its hull. They are lights directed toward the seafloor, looking for something, like whiskers.
Man, this world has just so much detail and character to it, really. Looking for what?
A chill comes over you, crawling down your back. The sand under your feet is wet. Somewhere in the south, tarpaulin flap in the wind.
Where's Ruby?
Near, snow falls into dark water. She prays, though she doesn't believe. There is a hum in the air.
How about that? Near. It's kind of getting that feeling.
That's all.
I mean, you know, we've been catching up to her, right? First we have sort of witness testimony about Ruby back in the sort of waterfront district of Martinez. Talked to Classier and the Hardy Boys, but we've been finding more and more evidence of her presence the more we head down the coast. I mean, that shack was also her resting place. Or, not in the sense that she died there, but a place where she lived for a bit. I'll put it that way. So what's below me?
Layer upon layer of sand, poisoned with industrial runoff. The storm drainage, hidden bunkers. Rats scuttle.
Tell me a secret of the sands, Wind.
Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. It would keep you warm. You would probably never happen across it. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe I will. Alright, let's brush off the snow.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up?
I think it did let up. I stood here looking around for so long that the snow was forced to let up. To bend to my will. I think I saw there was a check over here. Yep, there we go. Nope. Wait, whoa. Don't miss that. Oh, I see. They're saying the car isn't ours. Yeah, we've already crashed one car. Let's not make it two. Oh, great. My reflection. That's not what I wanted to see. I'm still keeping in mind that we need to see or find Classier's passport. Quick travel unlocked. You mean like... Oh! Wow, we got fast travel. Church, fisherman shacks, and the waterfront. Interesting. But I am still keeping an eye out for Classier's passport around here. What's this? Heyo, cash money. A drawbridge, eh? Man, God, there's so much to find. Oh? Ah. I'll take it. Someone, you know, a couple episodes ago, someone commented, they were like, hey, I mean, I respect the, you know, desire not to get Harry back on alcohol, and that's a role-playing choice. but you do know you're allowed to touch it, right? You know, you're not going to be forced to do anything. And I was like, oh, you make a good point. You know what I mean? You can... I'm going to sell it. I was just worried to even touch the thing, you know? I was like, I don't want to get even anywhere near it. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with picking it up. And sell that for some cash money. I wonder if Clash A's passport's around here. We're making bank! This is going to be my new profession. So how do we get over here? Okay, around this way. I really don't want to miss anything, you know? Oh, that's a person. Oh, what's going on here? Hello?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Oh, hello there.
Acele?
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. You bet this one likes to party.
Maybe. I don't know what she's doing out here, though. Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat?
Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
I said you should have a hat on.
So should you.
I should, and I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna keep telling you to put a hat on. Whatever, I've got some questions.
Sorry, man. My mind was elsewhere. Shoot.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
Yeah, so what are you doing here? What's your name?
Acele.
Acele.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below that timidness.
And your surname?
Why?
I'm from the police. Tell me.
Okay, it's Burger.
A very common name.
Okay, could be a lie.
You have little reason to doubt that's her real name. But she's not all that surprised by this cop show questioning, is she?
I mean, I've got no reason to suspect her of anything. I just want to know... You know, the thing is, I guess I gotta remind myself that every time we question someone, we are questioning them as a cop. Like, I'm just a curious guy. I see people and I want to know, what the hell are you doing here? Like any good RPG protagonist, but, you know, we're a damn police officer on an investigation. So what's that device?
This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still.
Are you trying to find the Col de Mamadakwa? Because, I could tell you a lot about that. And the wires?
Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone.
What's that?
A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike.
Yeah, encyclopedia. Any news on my wife's name? How about my mother?
No,
So is it confirmed that we were married? Or was it at least a long-term relationship? I love that. My wife's name, my mother's name. Come on now.
you're welcome.
So how does that thing work?
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble.
Where'd you get it from?
Same place I got the recorder from, the Paliseum.
What is that?
Oh man, you haven't been to the Paliseum? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
I mean, we honestly might have been there. I couldn't tell you, though.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals. What kind of response is that? Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy?
Oh, yeah. Guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck.
Ah,
Or really be a Paliseum going kind of person.
he said, damn, you're old as hell. You know what? I get down.
I don't know what that means.
Why are you making me say this? I grind.
I don't know what that means either.
Oh my goodness. Nor do I. But I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a rec tape player in a completely trashed hotel room.
That's cool.
Never mind. Let's get back to the bike.
Sure.
Right, I'm just embarrassing myself. She looked at me. She was like, yeah, this guy, he's up there in age. He don't know what I'm talking about. Does this have anything to do with contact mic?
Yeah, I record stuff with it.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I just want to know what the hell you're doing with it.
Okay.
Yeah, what are you doing out here?
Recording, I guess.
Okay, very matter of fact, which I don't necessarily mind, but, you know, clearly I'm trying to get some answers here. So what are you recording?
I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound.
Are you, like, making a mixtape or something? So what are these recordings for?
The musicians in the Paliseum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and keys jangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain.
You know, at first I thought this was some sort of scientific investigation. I was thinking of our cryptozoologists that we're looking for, actually. But no, this is for the sake of music.
Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Take this, you're cold.
Aw, seems too nice.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
My hat? Man. Alright, you want my hat?
Thanks.
Lost my hat. But, you know, it felt good to give someone something. Said it's supposed to be a music place. What is?
That? The boys think it could be a place, like the Paliseum or something. Stupid. It's really not gonna be a Paliseum, that's for sure.
The boys?
Yeah. Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent.
Oh, there's more of you here.
And why is that?
So why are you freezing out here while the boys are inside?
They got too much stuff crammed in there. No room.
Stuff like what?
Music stuff, mostly. Like this tape recorder, but bigger. And there's piles of it.
So why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze?
That stuff is more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us, really. Doesn't matter. I can take the cold.
I'm really feeling bad for her at this point. You needed that hat. Although it's like a trilby, so I don't know if it's going to keep you that warm.
Go ahead.
Ooh. Huh. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church.
It's supposed to become, like, a club for Nordic dance music. Like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Paliseum.
Right, that old lady, I think she said that she'd been hearing weird music from the church, I believe, so that's probably what that was. This crew of club-goers.
Except that, yeah.
She looks at the old wooden church up on the poles. As a mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek.
The floorboards are twisting, and the shooting beams are slowly cracking, like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there is a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here.
Damn. I mean, I know, you're talking about some sort of post-industrial rave type situation or club, but this is like really post-industrial. We're in the bombed out remains of, like I said, a peripheral part of the periphery. This place is not in good shape, this old church.
Not in a million years.
So what is anodic dance music?
You know, anodic, cathodic,
Oh.
music that's made with electronic instruments.
Oh, how about that? A secret task? Huh. Wow, I love that. Electronic instruments, like what?
Synthesizers and tape consoles. Microcomputers too. Anything that uses electricity, but isn't guitars. Also found sounds, stuff like that.
You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light. Light cutting through a smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like. If it ever comes.
So you want to turn the church into a club?
I know. It's not my idea. Andre and the boys found the place. It was supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it.
Girl, this isn't even your idea, yet you're out here doing the work. That's not fair.
Hey, you two are cops.
Yeah?
Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andre and the guys. Because there are some strange things going on in that church.
What?
If you're police, you should look into it, right?
Strange things? What? Or are the... I'm trying to remember exactly what that old lady told us. There was something strange going on at the church, which I thought was these guys, but maybe it's something else. Alright, I'll talk to them.
They're inside that thing there. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Go ahead.
I guess I'll ask her this. You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that?
Well, it's just questioning, right? You're just questioning me. It's what cops do.
You've been questioned before?
Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the Revachol experience they get east of the river.
Oh. What's east of the river?
Rich people. Rich people are east of the river.
Oh, man. Look awestruck. Sneer. Let me guess. These rich people are not from around here.
Aren't they? I thought they were as Vacholaire as any of us. Just way richer.
Oh no, they're foreign bodies, agents of international capital. You only need to look close enough.
Maybe you're right. Most of them do speak 3 languages.
So, what trouble have you gotten into with the police?
The usual. I had a shitty run as a teenager.
Oh, what's the usual?
You know, drinking, getting into fights. The ugly stuff that happens when you move out your parents' place at 13. In Forberg.
Hey, I can't judge you.
Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge.
Wait, what's in Faubourg?
Is this a rhetorical question?
No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes.
Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a massive banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Revachol, possibly the world.
Thanks, Kim. No, I don't need you to tell me what Jamrock is. And, why did you have to move out when you were so young?
My dad was a drunk. Plus, I guess, I just wanted to drink too, you know. Get my party on.
Oh, I get that. I'm a major party animal myself. Like, major.
Alright.
Alright. I don't think I have any gear that picks up my empathy, so let's give this a shot.
The device is still warm from her touch.
Nice.
And heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands.
I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable. At your age, or at any age, in this weather, waiting for it to get dark.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
Nothing. If you got this, don't be scared.
Okay, I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
Hey, that's what a bit of empathy can do.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
Eating me? There's nothing eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to.
Oh, this is so funny. We just struck up conversation, and here we are. I guess there's something that's been making my life hell.
What is it?
Oh, that's funny. All these foreign people, all the different political answers. I think it's the plight of the working class.
Oh, really?
The golem of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible.
Wow. Social justice really matters that much to you. That's commendable. It really had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though?
I mean, it is, but there's something deeper as well.
No. It sounds like you just got chick issues.
Well, you're right. You're right. Now, I wonder if the game's gonna hurt me for going here again, but I just want to know. Now that you mention it, I found these letters I'd thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
Well, they were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy, did reading them make me not feel good.
There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
And honestly, look, I'm not denying that Terry here has got some real communist political principles, but his sort of essential problem is emotional. It's with his relationship, which he has not gotten over. I honestly don't remember who she is.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
Next to nothing.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah, I think so. Why else would I have reacted so strongly?
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
No, I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk that I completely erased all memory of this world.
Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too.
I like I did so much pause booze, I guess, to make it a little more acceptable to me.
It's obvious she's done more than booze.
Yeah.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What is this Königstein wank?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Well, thanks for the bullshit psych thing, then.
You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch.
Yeah, I've been getting that message from some of my thoughts in my brain, but I just have a very different view of things. I think I'm just too curious, man. If it itches, investigate, and then scratch. I don't know. I just want to find out.
Yes, but it itches really, really bad.
Right, and it's sort of like, well, no, maybe learning what the truth is will make things worse for us, but we just won't know until we know, you know? I don't want to live in ignorance. I want to know about our past, our relationships, everything. So I guess we'll see. All right, that's it for now.
Okay, bye.
All right, well, I feel like we did some good there. I did give away my hat, which is unfortunate. We've got the bum hat, but that will... I can't wear that. Another insensitive hat. We don't really have a good hat to replace it with. +1 reaction speed, -1 rhetoric. I don't want to take a hit to my rhetoric. Alright, we're going hatless for now. for the first time in a while. No hat. I can hear the music. They're jamming, bro. Okay. What's this? Oh, the
A
drawbridge.
pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up.
Yeah, the drawbridge.
Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
What is this?
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
I'll leave it for now, but I'm definitely gonna drop it after we talk to the boys in this tent. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hello. Someone's home away from home, just like yours. I guess so. Alright, let's see what's happening.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
There's Andre.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Alright. I just had the thought, aren't we supposed to be solving a murder case? Well, we do a lot of different things in this playthrough. One of which is, I guess, she wants us to help set up a club or something. Let's squeeze in. Let's see what's going on.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
What?
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm much older than you, Kim.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
Yeah, Kim is like, Kim is, how would I describe him? Responsible. Maybe that's the word. I wouldn't call Kim stuck up. Maybe he appears that way initially. But Kim actually, he's willing to bend the rules if he thinks it's good. Kim has some strong morals, he's principled, but he's responsible. He doesn't want to see whatever deal I'm about to strike with these young men.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Oh, man. Alright. Yo, hey. Sweat and laundry detergent. Yeah, this is perfect for me. Nasal sprays. Dude, they are actually jamming in here, though. Okay, well, let's talk to Andre first.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I feel like I shake every hand I've been presented, but it's rude not to.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
Okay, interesting. So I'm already, from talking to Acele outside in this, they don't really know what they're doing, and they've encountered some unexpected issues, perhaps because the plan is not a good one, but Andre here is trying to be like, I've got things under control, this is a legit operation.
This is my posse, Noid.
Noid?
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
Yeah, that, I can tell.
And Egghead.
Egghead.
Egg!
Okay, so we've got Andre, Noid, and Egghead. Wow.
Together with Acele Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers.
Well, she gave us her real name. How many venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
Okay, 0? So why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Yeah.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
Andre, you do not know who you're talking to. Was there something you wanted? Your friend Acele said there was a problem with the church.
Ah, so you've met her. Good. Yeah, it's a matter of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
an attempt to pander to your perceived conservative sensibilities. No person his age would ever use a word like narcomania with a straight face. Don't fall for it.
Here, let me, just because we've got so many charges, let me heal my morale a little bit. Yeah, this guy's so funny. He's trying to be professional. He's trying to appeal to who he thinks I am, but I am not an ordinary cop, alright? Look, enough histrionics. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Okay, so what you're telling me is there's, you know, a bunch of dopeheads in the church, and you want me to go clear it out for your club.
Dopeheads!
Egghead. Oh, man. I can see Egghead here is constantly jamming. His character portrait is insane, by the way. He is in the middle of being raptured, I think.
Burnouts! Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol. Strike that, the word!
Egghead's perfectly suited. You've got these Brits. He's a German, of course, here for the dance club. Strike that. Okay, Egghead. Look, I'm not sure your cause is a just one, but I am so curious to see what this club within a church would be like that I may be willing to help.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there are the worst kind.
What kind is that?
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are.
Brother, you are describing me.
Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yeah, I am. But I feel like you're laying it on a bit thick. What's really so bad about these dopeheads and burnouts?
They're spooky.
What do you mean by that?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
This guy's so goofy. A community center? That is not what you were trying to make.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
Okay, that's a legitimate problem. I don't want this church collapsing in on itself. Okay, I would rather it be kept in, well, maybe not good condition, but better condition, and we can keep it going as something else.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. The place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Yeah, so right, brother, yeah.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
A club is not what the Ecclesiastes meant the property for either, but, you know, it's probably all sorts of sacrilegious. I don't care, though. I guess it's better to be used as a club than other things. Alright, I'll look into it.
Alright, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Yeah, because this is not a task worthy of my attention, but I'm giving it. So what's the status of the church? I haven't gotten inside the building yet.
I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. A padlock. It's a temporary fix. Just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
What about the key?
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
Oh. No. Okay. Fuck. You know, I just know if I try this and fail, it's gonna be worse than if I hadn't tried. But how am I not gonna try? I need to up my reaction speed, because I keep embarrassing myself in situations like this. Actually, can I? This feels like metagaming a little bit, but let's just, There you go, that's a better chance. Come on now, we got so many skill points, I gotta use them.
You sense the trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
How is it that important for me to impress these bozos?
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Cool. Thanks, man.
The speed freak nods to you. A respectful nod. You proved something.
Okay, there better be some sort of check later where one of the bonuses is caught the key. Okay? I want to have done that for some reason. And this is what I was wondering as well. How long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
A week? How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Jesus Christ, man. That's not quite good enough.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Egghead's the voice of reason. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
These guys are such bozos. You find a place with a bunch of druggies in there, and you locked them in? This is not going to be a pretty sight. I don't know how the game's going to play it, but if this was real, I would expect at least one to be dead at this point.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
So who exactly are these people?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do.
What?
I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
Hey, whatever. Anything more?
Yes. There's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
Mm-hmm.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
What?
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Sorry, this is a lot different than just a couple of dudes on drugs. This is like some strange, I don't know what. There are all these strange machines lying around with wires running into bowls of water? What?
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
The feeling, yeah.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
What am I walking into? I'm starting to think there's more than you've told me.
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
A woman? Does she maybe have red hair? A lorry woman?
Sure, why not? Yeah.
That's not very, conclusive.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark side.
So which one is it?
What Noid said.
Okay, so not Ruby?
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a stretch at this point.
Well, when they said woman, I thought Ruby immediately, but there are other women around. It doesn't have to be her.
You have to see for yourself. These people are not reliable.
It could be, though. Okay, you know what? This has just become part of the investigation. That's my excuse to Kim. Kim, we're gonna help these bozos set up a club in the nearby church, and it's relevant to the investigation. It may not be. Who knows? So what was that about something watching you?
Like you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
What?
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
I'm sorry, what? A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking Acele, exhibiting ambush behavior.
You're sure there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Acele was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to ask her about this.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
She seemed pretty on the level. We've got a nice bond going.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building.
Of course, Inland Empire believes it, right? I forgot that I've created a character who wholeheartedly believes in cryptids. Of course he's gonna buy this. Okay.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Can you tell me more about this machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
Okay. So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dope heads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
Dude, I'm gonna get to sing karaoke at the Whirling in Rags and party at this club if we can set it up.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Wow. You can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
Like I said, and I don't mean to use a harsh term, these guys are bozos. Total bozos. Alright.
Sure. What?
You mentioned some kind of ecclesiastes own the church? Who are these ecclesiastes?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Oh, I see. Now humor me, Andre. What is the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
Okay, he has no idea. Alright.
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about this tent full of equipment.
Yes. What?
I see you brought your own water?
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water.
Right, and it's distilled too.
Oh. It's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It reeks of sweat in here, buddy.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
Was mixed with a peculiar chemical scent like laundry detergent?
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related.
Right.
They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share.
I'm sure.
However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
Wow, so they're this strange sober, huh? So what's with all the nosafed?
The what now?
Fucking hell. Okay, yeah, the term bozos, I will keep using it. These guys don't know shit. They're like just a bunch of youth who, maybe not all of them, like Acele clearly comes from a tough background. I'm guessing one, if not all of these guys, they've got some money going around. They're the kind of guys who they come from money, but they abandon it to spend all their time clubbing. But they can go back if they want. They've gone out on this endeavor, and they've got no idea what they're doing. Maybe I'm judging too much. The Nosafed Ultra. You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra. I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
You sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
He's not going to tell me.
Nosafed is the shit.
Whatever.
Yes. What?
Enough of this.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Tough. Can I boost my logic?
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
Okay, slightly different line. Did my hat boost logic? The hat that I gave away? That's unfortunate. Oh, I think I have a set of glasses. Or wait. Let me let me talk to the other fellas first, and then I'll come back to Andre. Okay.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
Not again.
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
God damn it. They were... What is this? Picking on me for not being crazy enough? That's the least of my concerns.
No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal.
Look, I'm just trying to do my job. No need for extravagance.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's coppo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Am I not already a sorry cop? Or did I not, well, I guess not. Did we look at our stats just recently? Look at that! 7 sorry cop, 4 boring cop. I am a sorry, boring cop. Wait, this will be my coppa type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
You know what? Give me the thought. I might not internalize it, though, because I'm running out of slots.
Done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. That would be too dramatic.
God damn it. Regular law official. Oh, I can't do that. I can't, ruin my inland empire like that. Alright, well, I don't mind taking the thoughts, but I'm tempted to take this one. We're running out of slots, though. God damn. Alright, let's talk to the other fellas before I do that check.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in this speed freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
So tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery.
Okay.
Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
Well, what's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched.
True.
You can still do sick shit with it, though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
Supernatural. So you think it's real, that it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases.
Well, that one.
Pretenders pretending to be human. Folk rights. That kind of stuff.
This is like just a more crazy version of me. Why are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
Oh?
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Does this mean we need sign matching?
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Is that right? Okay. Let's talk to Egghead.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Uh-huh.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibbidanger. I am the rearranger.
This guy's great.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do
Yeah, but did my alcoholic training prepare me?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Oh. Interesting. Gotta try and talk to him again? Oh my goodness.
The young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return. When he looks at you, he squints as though you were the setting sun.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing?
Hardcore!
Still say nothing?
Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. Allcore! Alright! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
I love that I just was gonna keep saying nothing, but one of the options was asking him about the murder.
Hardcore! Ah!
So hardcore!
Is it though?
Whoa. Wait, what do I say? I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit.
Uh-oh.
There's no other world. There's no other life.
Did I mess it up? Do I have to do this again? We'll try again.
Back to the heavyweight jam.
Oh, if we can.
Hardcore! Hardcore!
Okay.
Hardcore to the
Okay.
internally coherent.
Okay.
Hardcore!
He furrows his...
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though?
It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
What is this guy's deal?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet.
Fuck.
So you don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
Under the radar, over the top.
Okay. So we don't know how to respond to this guy. Let's boost our logic and then go for this check. So we can use this jacket. I want to manage my inventory a little bit. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we've got these boots on. You guys want to sit around and watch me manage my damn inventory? I'm just thinking we should put the useful stuff down here. Okay, put that there. I'm not using this damn bow tie. I've got my tie. And regardless of whatever bad advice it gives me, the tie is... I'm always keeping that on. Alright. So we should have very high logic right now. 6. That's pretty good.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh, interesting. I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with Egghead here?
He's a quiet man. Mostly communicates through music and by being a master of ceremonies.
What's a master of ceremonies?
You know, a host, a declaimer of slogans. He's a performer, gets the people going.
So how do you communicate with them?
Well, he's just kind of here. I don't really know how to communicate with him.
Have you ever really talked to him?
Yeah, sometimes. When I stumble and find my way into his centre, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously, choosing to let the beat speak for itself.
Yeah, I'm not, I don't know how we're gonna get through to this guy. Maybe we gotta get that church back first. Alright, godly logic check. We've got a good chance.
A number of things don't add
Hey!
up. Let's take a look.
Alright, we're being a real detective.
How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids, now gather round.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned.
You know, his head doesn't look that large in his character sprite, but his portrait is insane.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
Oh. Why would I say this? Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Euphrator. I could have been captain. Imagine that.
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Uh-huh.
Shut it.
Oh.
What? I have. I've said that.
Now obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago. But there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent.
Ooh.
He senses something is wrong.
Oh, interesting. This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Oh, Andre's up to something, and I don't know if the other two are in on it.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
What is that? Where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
Oh, I see the speaker. I didn't know what I meant either. The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
That Nosophed here... that Nosophed is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
The ether in the air, a useful solvent. Good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
You're definitely up to something. There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Damn. In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
What is this? You're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg. But you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
I mean, I don't know if Egg knows what's going on. Look, bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
But what are we going to do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Alright, I love when we do some real detective work, like when we talk to Clache or the Hardy Boys. We suss everything out, right? Put together all our evidence, and then you start pushing, right? The interrogation begins.
The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
I feel like I'm getting alternate advice here. Guess I don't really care. I just wanted to crack the case. Do what you want, and I'll do what I want.
Really?
Okay, I feel like that didn't work. Of course not really. I'm a cop. Now tell me what's going on immediately.
Or else.
Huh. Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we are! We totally are!
Mm-hmm.
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Oh, so you're all in on it. Egghead seems to want the club. So why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Okay.
But the sign was way off, too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
This is a fucking sham.
So, what now?
I don't mind the club, but I'm not helping you set up a goddamn drug lab.
This is it. Judgment time.
I can't believe it. I want the club. You know what? I'd like to just do the club. It might be best for me to look into this situation first, and then I'll tell you what I want to do with you.
We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. Before you go, is there anything else you need?
Well, that's it for now.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
I mean, they were jamming in here. Alright, so I'm going to investigate. I will see what the deal is. Because, I mean, it might actually be relevant to the case. It might not. And then I'll decide what to do with them. I would like to set up the club, though. But I don't want to set up a damn speed lab. Alright. That's enough for now. Well, Kim, that was, quite something.
Yes?
Oh, man. I want to be able to tell Kim about everything I do. Let's talk to Acele for a moment.
The shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the church, I mean.
I'll help you in one way or another.
Great. Let us know if there's any progress, will ya? We've been waiting for weeks here.
Well, let me ask her the less incriminating questions before we get to the first one. The others told me you went inside the church. What did you see in there?
Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no point in me telling you.
You don't know who I am.
She's less prone to blurt it out, Crabman, than the others.
Yeah, because she's more sensible. Although, I don't know what she saw. Look, we'll see. Go ahead and tell me.
Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother, you know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still.
Okay, go on.
And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab, down the church wall.
What?
I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor, then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around and walked out. End of story.
So, not exactly a crab man. A man crawling down the wall.
Like a crab, you say?
Here's why Kim's a good detective, because we've learned Kim is what you might call a bit of a skeptic. But, you know, he doesn't let on when it's not useful, right? He'll always engage with witnesses or whomever, sort of one-on-one, right? Meet them on their level. So what did this crab man look like?
It was too dark. I couldn't tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
Come on, quit stalling on me. What did he look like?
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
What's a banger? A mesh tank top? Like,
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member. I know what it sounds like, but that's what I saw.
When you were wrong. I don't know. I believe you.
Why?
Well, what would you stand to gain?
Nothing. Anyway, what else?
I'd like to know more about your associates.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I do believe her because... Or, I don't know. A question I've been asking throughout the series is... Are there supernatural things? Or do we just believe there are, right? Or is it more vague than that? Are they real because we believe them? I don't know what the game's sort of thesis on this is, but I think there could be something supernatural. So your associates, you must know something about them.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Yeah, okay.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but...
Your associates tried to use me to set up a drug lab. I'm guessing you knew of the plan?
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth. Which isn't much.
Right. Man.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
Yeah.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I even tried not to lie to you.
Indeed, she merely tried to omit the truth instead.
I mean, whatever. I don't care. I'm loco. I just wanted you to know, or I wanted you to know that I know about the plan.
Okay, but I still regret it. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise.
Oh, yeah?
May I ask, what did you tell them?
That I'm gonna decide after I've looked into the church situation.
Oh, right. That's wise. Take your time.
Yeah, it is wise, actually. I'm not making any calls too early. Okay, so it seems like for these sort of personal quests I've got with these fellas, I'm gonna have to decide what to do with them first.
A pane of it barely. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Like I said, I'm inclined to check out the church and help them set up a club, but not a speed lab. Alright. And with that, sorry for the cliffhanger, but I'm going to leave this episode here. Now, we've done some more exploring today, talks to these party fellows, you know, got some cool shivers checks. So they've done some exploration, basically. I always enjoy seeing the new stuff we can find down the coast. But as for investigating the church itself, I'm going to leave that for the next episode. So if you guys enjoyed this one, I'd appreciate it if you'd leave a like. And once again, you can check out my Twitch. It is linked down in the description. So I hope you guys are having a great day today. Hope you're enjoying the series. I really appreciate all you guys following along, you know, leaving your comments. I always like to hear your takes and commentary on these episodes. I'm glad that you find this game as fascinating as I do. Anyway, with that, hope y'all are having a good one, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.